guys? Welcome to Rice and Beans. Big O and Jester in the house, winding down season 7. What's up, man?
What's going on, my dog? Hey,
So much easier when you're in studio.
we touched dicks there. That's a Dodger dog docking right there, right?
Go Dodgers.
I'm
Fuck
a
that.
Padres fan.
Fuck that traffic, though. That fucking parade, man. Like, I'm glad we got a parade because the 2020 when they won, we ain't getting fucking parade. But yeah, it's 2024 now. 4 years later, they won the fucking the Dodgers win every time we go to the Olympics.
I thought it was in Philadelphia there for a second with all the trash burning, the looting, the raping, and it wasn't raping, but you know
Oh
what I mean.
man, me and some of the guys from the house band, we checked out some of these YouTubers that went down to all the fucking craziness the day that the Dodgers won.
Right.
And like they weren't even here. I can just imagine if they were here, it would have been fucking they were already going ape shit. So it was just like they set a fucking bus on fire. Like, God damn.
Well, that's easy to do with all the shit and piss that's already on it.
Right? Oh man, can you imagine the fires? Like it already smells like piss in downtown. Like
Oh,
the fucking with the bus on fires, hot wafting bum piss. Like
bum piss. What kind of piss does that smell like? Bum piss.
go to Hollywood, walk down any street. That's what it smells like.
And anyone says anywhere to us that that's not what it smells like, fuck you.
That means they haven't been out here. It's
Yes.
like if you live out here, you already know that everything that's on TV when they show it all clean and nice is complete bullshit. Like some parts okay, yeah, but again, they don't show you the side when the fucking people are like pushing away the crackhead that's like taking his shit on the middle of the street.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I've been here enough to know that. And then visiting you too, you just get that pungent smell on those foggy days or just wafts in the air, and you just walk through the area and you get that big old smog smell with that bum piss smell.
welcome to LA. Yeah,
I
people,
love LA, right?
right? It's grimy, it's dirty. I trip out still, like it's just because I've been here like my entire life, so like I'm used to it.
It's okay. You got a safe place to be here.
But it's like I've like people also complain about like New York, right? Oh,
Yeah.
it's grimy. I'm like,
And they got rats.
yeah. I mean, there's the sewer alligators in was it Florida?
Oh, God. That's just in the regular track homes.
Right?
Oh, wait, you're talking about the animal, not the human.
Take a shit, gator come out the toilet. It'll cure your constipation real fast.
Well, isn't it McGruff out here? Take a bite out of crime.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Could you imagine over in Florida? McGator,
Take a bite out of your ass.
take a bite out of your meth. Wow.
So yeah, man. So well, like see, people, it's an election year, and if
Says
you
so right there, right?
yeah, and if you've been watching the campaigning, the debates,
The fires.
you can see how all this comes together, and I think it's fitting with the amount of shit that's going on in the world. Again, this picture has been fitting since 2020.
God damn. It's all going to end. We're all going to die. Oh, my God.
That's it, folks. This is how it ends.
Yes.
No, there's just been a lot of crazy shit going on. Like a lot, like every time you turn on the fucking news, it's like, oh, this person's accused of this person's accused of that. Like
R. Kelly peed on a teenager.
right? Diddy, formerly known as Puff Daddy, currently known as a piece of shit, is all over the fucking news. And there's like, and everybody's on this. Oh, I'm so surprised tip. And the thing is, like, there was a lot of people around him, a lot of people that were connected. Nobody saw anything.
Well, so we know Jamie Foxx talked about filming. He wanted to film these parties. And so he went up to Diddy and he told him, hey man, let me be exclusive. Let me direct, let me film, let me do these things. And well, we have not seen that footage. So what did he actually film? Cat Williams talks about it, been talking about it, knows exactly what's going on. And if you look at Friday After Next, that whole character where he's almost getting taken by Terry Crews in the bathroom is the whole play out of what he was talking about with Diddy. It's freaking nuts, man. So what's going on? Well, Elon Musk is now talking about J-Lo. I mean, if Elon know, why didn't J-Lo say so?
True. I mean, like she would have been around. Like she was at those parties. Or really,
Well, get him to the Greek, went to truth, right?
she fucking pulled a Joe Paterno.
Why isn't anyone outraged at this? Now, I don't want her to lose her career.
But I mean, this whole thing was like a fucking Harvey Weinstein Me Too movement times 10.
Oh my gosh, man. And you even if she lost her career, I'm not saying she should. Now, by the way, I'm not advocating anyone attacking her and trying to get her ousted, right? She's got millions of dollars.
Unless it's from the music industry.
Well, okay, whatever. But the thing is, she's got millions of dollars tucked away. She's okay. She's going to be fine for the rest of her life. I'm not going to be, but she'll be okay.
So long as she keeps using that auto tuner, she will be. Hashtag try it without the auto tune.
And just remember what the duck said. Flat.
Right? He learned his lesson. Allegedly.
And so what's going to happen when he's outed in prison? I mean, there was children. There is children that are part of this lawsuit. I mean, that's freaking nuts. How is he getting away with this?
I mean, he's not. Women, children, farm animals. Like it was ridiculous.
Johnson and Johnson. That's two dudes that got a problem with him.
And when Musk started saying shit, I was like, this motherfucker's just trying to start shit. Haters gonna hate, but but at the same time,
he got a point.
He kind of you know what I mean. He's not wrong, and I don't expect. I think he could go on and talk about continue to talk about it and not really have to give a fuck because
he's got billions.
Yeah, what's she gonna do? He pissed him off. And he's gonna fucking land a rocket on her house,
or put her in a rocket and land her off the earth.
Yeah, right. Fucking grab her, put her in a rocket, strap her to a rocket, shoot her to the moon.
Oh my gosh, man! I don't know, man. It's been a long way since.
Say hi to Bruce Willis, bitch.
It's been a long way since the Wayne brothers,
Sure has.
Man, Salinas is doing this to us. I don't know. Well, I hope for her sake, we are off on a tangent that can't be proven and that everything's okay with her. But if it comes back, it's going to haunt her for the rest of her life. And I hope it doesn't. I really do.
Come on, man. At some point, somebody's going to fucking ask her a question and be like, hey, bitch, you see any freaky shit? Like, what's up? Like, why are you like that dude in the elevator that walks off after somebody hotboxed it and fucking you don't tell, hey, maybe take the next one. You just fucking let him walk into the fucking fart smell.
Why are you looking at me when you say that?
When you turn around and fucking say,
why do you keep bringing this up?
Should be ashamed of yourself. It was disgusting.
Why was something I said?
Oh,
huh? Anyway. Yes, it was something I did. Okay. All right, fine. I'll come out. Yes, I farted in an elevator. Yes, I blamed it on a guy in an Armani suit. Yes, everyone blamed him afterwards and the door closed. Yes, it smelled like bad Taco Bell.
Yeah, but it was the dude that got off the elevator on the floor right after you that didn't warn the next person that was getting on is the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's J-Lo.
That makes it better.
You know what I mean? You fucking take a nasty shit in a public bathroom and somebody's waiting in line and you don't warn them. You just fucking walk out and fucking go pick up your food and bail.
Wait a minute. Did I tell you this story too?
I did that yesterday.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, man. But no matter what's going on, man, I mean, it's shit rolling downhill. I mean, it's just like a dumpster fire in a trail of shit water.
And it kind of seems like what's what the what our options shaped up to be this year, didn't it?
Well, making that marriage work with Ben Affleck, or outing P Diddy, or actually having a career again. Actually, you know what? Mother, that was a good movie. Was it Mother? It was the one on Netflix. I liked it.
Didn't see it. I'll
Yeah, it
check
was
it
all
out.
right. It was all right.
But nah, she should have fucking if she saw some fucking crazy shit, at least fucking warn somebody.
You know what? Get ahead of the wave. Get ahead of the dumpster fire. Tell everybody what you know. Be out in the open, right? Because then you know what? That fire ain't gonna come back on you.
Then they're gonna start saying shit like, "Oh, she didn't say shit because maybe she was involved and she didn't want to out herself."
And like Chris Pratt said one time, Kim Kardashian had come on her back one time in that video. On a separate note, we're talking about the elections too with this dumpster fire, right? So, it's high time to talk about Tony Hinchcliffe.
Oh, at the RNC,
Oh my God, man. He is my hero.
the water Mexicans were pissed.
You know what? Us Mexicans call Puerto Ricans water Mexicans, and Puerto Ricans call us other things that are unfavorable as well. It happens. It's what it is. It's comedy. It's funny.
He's
It,
not wrong.
he's not actually. And that hot pile of garbage of an island, if you look at the ocean currents, they're bombarding that island right on the East Coast with trash. I mean, you see how that water churns that butter. If Amazon drops a package out in the open sea, it's going to end up in Puerto Rico. So is
That's
he
fair.
wrong? I don't know. Many sailors washed ashore to Puerto Rico.
They
I'm just saying.
made good rum.
Yeah. Apple pie in Jamaica might be 350. Rhubarb pie might be $1.50 in Trinidad. Puerto Rico might have a pecan pie for 250, and those are the pie rates of the Caribbean. So you never know. That's all I'm saying. You never know.
Your dad joke of the day brought to you by Big O and the fine people at RNBC Co.
I try.
The sponsors will be back next year, people. They're already telling us that we have other products that they're going to want to show.
And they also told us that we have 3 days to live too.
Yeah, there was that. It was. We asked why. They said because we said so. I said all right. And they said don't forget we're paying you all this money to do this bullshit. So I'm like, all right, cool.
We
Put
said
it
so
on.
because we're R&B Co.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy out there, right?
Like it's different when you have sponsors, right? Like at first it was all this artistic freedom, and then the sponsors came in and they're like, yeah, no, fuck that, you're gonna do what we say.
I tell you what, man, I am nobody's guinea pig. It's the last time I used lipstick that's been used on a pig, and a butt plug that illuminates and also has a vibration setting that could be acted across the world. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm
That was
tired
the
of it.
weirdest utility tool I've ever seen in my entire life, mind you.
Mm. What were we talking about?
I know why that reminded me of like that video that you showed me. He's like, I'm gonna in 3 seconds, I'm gonna snap my fingers. You're gonna forget that you were ever gay.
Those guys are amaze balls. I tell you what, we do a podcast, but some people are doing it really good out there too.
But yeah, no, like I get what you mean about the election. Is it just it
Mm.
was fucking garbage to
Hot
say the
garbage.
least, man. And like we came up with this on you're gonna have to stay tuned for the last few episodes of the season because we found out we did some digging
Oh yes,
and
we
we
did.
found out like what was really behind that debate. So you're gonna have to stay tuned in the next couple of episodes, and you're gonna see like why Trump was saying the shit he was saying. All
Oh,
right,
we got a treat for you.
this is investigative reporting at its fucking finest.
What's that?
I don't know. It just sounded cool to say on the air, and
I
this
don't have a
and
dictionary.
the censors cleared it. So I was like, "Fuck it, go with it." The script writers get all bitchy if you don't use their fucking jokes. Anyways,
Just
that's
remember, Tony Hinchcliffe, Kill Tony. It's the best. Watch that. He is known to say jokes that are verging on the edge.
He's a fucking he's an insult and a fucking a shock comic, and
Yes.
he's like a fucking offensive comic. Like it's that would have been like fucking inviting Bob Saget to the fucking thing to, you know what I mean? Like, or
Oh
Gilbert
yeah.
Gottfried, or like they could have Don Rickles.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about Rickles.
Oh,
Like
Don Rickles. Yeah.
Rickles has been at like events like that before,
You
and he's
want to
fucking
say,
killed. But then again, you
yeah.
have to remember the time that he was doing his material, and I think that has a lot to do with it, right? Because
Oh yeah, definitely.
could you imagine if Hinchcliffe had did his bit in like the 60s or the 70s?
Well, let me.
That same routine that he did
Yes,
in the
yes.
60s and the
Oh,
70s.
it would fly, no problem.
Yeah, and like it would he would have killed.
But Don Rickles was in the time of Reagan saying something to Emmanuel Lewis, right?
Oh yeah.
Right there in front of millions of people, and it was just as oh my gosh, but it was fine then in the 80s
And all of them were laughing. Every single one of them was laughing.
because it was just a joke.
Right. And so I think like yeah, people are like, "Oh, why did you invite him?" and blah, like which is a valid point. Like if you're gonna invite a roast comic, like what do you think is gonna happen? Like that, like didn't you watch his material
Oh
before?
yeah, definitely.
And so then I guess that's what sparked all those debates of like, oh, they did it on purpose because they know his material, they know what he's gonna say, they know what kind of shit he talks.
Exactly. They read the documentation of what he wrote down. Documentation, that's another big word. Then they knew exactly where he was going with it. I mean, look, you say something to shock something out of somebody, and it either creates a laugh or it creates anger. But either way, you get a response. And when you get that response, that's what you ride on the wave, and that's how the comedians keep going. Come on, man. Bob Saget, you think he's clean? You think he's full house? You ever been to one of his stand ups? That guy is funny as hell and dirty as fuck.
Yeah, they're like a lot of a lot of their material is meant
Mm,
is written that way. It's like
yes.
that this is the genre. This is what we do. Like it if you don't like it, change the fucking channel. Just,
Right.
kind of like the same, thing that we have here.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the kind of comedy you're tuning into. If you don't like it, change the fucking channel. Like I don't give a fuck.
Do
Like
you mean here by Dodger baseball when they touch dicks?
yes.
Ah, then yes,
I
it
needed to
is.
give you a reference point, otherwise I know you lose track.
Yes, I lose track all the time. You know, being me being this old.
Motherfucker just fades in and out. They start telling me stories before fucking anything existed out here. It was all just orchard trees and shit.
Yeah. What?
So it's like every 30 seconds, the fucking men in black show up and fucking zap his ass.
Yeah. Except I get slapped in the face and get told to get his motherfucking wife's name out of my motherfucking mouth.
10-second Tom had a better short term memory, is all I'm saying to you folks.
You know, and Walrus has the second largest penis in the animal kingdom. I got the first. No, I don't.
So I think they should have thought about that shit. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Like,
definitely.
if they're gonna do that, if they're gonna have fucking insult comics, they may as well just fucking call us up for the next fucking RNC and we'll go down there and talk some shit.
Yeah.
Like, we could send them some reels. Like,
RMBC, right? So before you go into our posts and tell us that we're fucking racists, just remember one thing. We do not
kind of hard.
Okay, shut up. I was going somewhere with this. We are not racist by any means necessary, but we are saying comic stuff that's kind of borderline to that. But you know what? Grow a set. If you don't like it, don't like it. Go away for a minute or two. I was recently called racist on Facebook one time, and that was about a week ago. I have not raced in a long time. I'm fat and old. I cannot run that fast. So therefore, how can I be racist?
I don't know. I've never seen you run for anything but the donut truck. So I believe you.
Yummy and delicious. You know, when we're talking about this kind of crap, you got to understand. You got to take it with a grain of salt. You just can't have that much of a fragile mind.
It's a joke, bitch. I mean, like, I don't know how the fuck else to say it. Like, We've been on the fucking platform for 7 seasons. It's a joke, god damn it. Get the fuck over it. Like, build a fucking bridge and like
Exactly.
watch your tears go by underneath as you fucking walk on to greener pastures.
I would say build a fucking bridge and let us blow it up.
We're
Oh wait, is that racist?
not Middle Eastern.
That brings up the question. Have you ever walked with your friends out in public and said something that could be determined as something that is on the R scale? We don't want to say that word. That's a bad word. Just like we don't want to say the F bomb, the N bomb, the we can't say the R word because that's already taken by the retards. But what can we call it?
I don't know. That's fucking retarded.
Uh, but have you ever walked down the street with friends and said something and someone called you racist before?
Yeah, somebody only heard part of what I was saying, and it was like the dark ones don't float.
Oh,
And then,
it's fucking racist.
yeah, but I wasn't talking about people though.
Oh,
And
okay.
so,
Oh, that is
but
racist.
yeah, so that's how I was like, now who's the racist motherfucker? I'm like,
Exactly.
I was like, that's not the fuck what I was talking about. I'm like, had you been fucking privy to like the last 3 minutes, you would have known that I'm not talking about people, dipshit. And so then the fucking other person she just stared at me, and I'm like, bye, Karen.
What were you talking about, by the way?
The fucking those plastic things that they have to cover the reservoir that we were talking about a few episodes ago, like the fucking
Yeah.
whatever. And it was like, yeah, the dark ones don't float, and so like, and so so that's what this bitch here is walking by, and I'm like, she's all, that's racist. I'm like, you're a fucking racist.
Well, that's
I
what
was
they
talking
do
about a
then.
plastic fucking ball. I like how your mind immediately fucking jumped to people.
Well, now you know how Tony feels. You know what? That'd be nice to go on Tony Hinchcliffe's Kill Tony in Texas, Austin, Texas.
I
Us
think we'd
two.
be okay on that.
I think it'd be all right. I mean, you've done a stand up once or twice, and I got some shit material that's written down that would really totally bomb. I think Cheech and Chong thing would be in,
No, I meant
need it.
sitting at the fucking table, not having to do the stand
Oh,
up.
we're ridiculing people.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it, we highly suggest watch Kill Tony.
We're like those fucking old men, Waldorf and fucking yeah, the ones that just sit there and talk shit.
Yeah, on the Muppets up in the balcony. Except we're the Mexican version of that. Oh, look at that hoto. It's just one of those things nowadays. You just can't take things out of perspective. Yeah, really, before you jump on something to be angry about, know what's being said, man. Don't. Everybody has fucking Facebook. Everybody has Instagram. Everybody has a phone. Don't just get angry over the stupid things. Just understand it or just walk away from it. That's the best thing to do is put your goddamn phone down for like a week, right?
Or just mind your own fucking business. Like if you don't like it, like stay in your own goddamn lane. Nobody cares.
Do people stay in their lane here in LA though?
No, fuck no. And that's the problem. And otherwise, like if they did, we wouldn't have shit to talk about.
No, if
But
they did, then you wouldn't have the backups on the freeway that you have.
that's true. Well, I mean, there are the bum fires, but I mean, that's besides the point. But no, like if fucking people just stayed in their own fucking lane, like we really wouldn't have shit to talk about because that's part of the problem, right? Like
Yeah.
people don't mind their own fucking business, and it's really easy to do. It's not more stuff that you got to add onto your plate. It's literally less stuff to do, and so it's easier. And people are like, "Oh, the easy way." No,
If that was an algebraic conversion equation, how would you write that out?
E equals MC. Fuck you. Mind your own goddamn business. Like it's not.
A lot of goddamn letters.
I mean, it's simple physics.
It's simple fucking.
Physics. I don't know
Oh,
why I just had an Air Force One flashback. No fuel, the plane crashed. Everybody dies. It's simple physics.
oh god dang, man. That's a home run hit if ever I saw one.
That was a really fucking long like tangent.
Yeah.
Worth it though. Uh, the way more worth it than that fucking than fucking voting because Dickhead's still probably gonna win.
Well, you know what, man? They're calculating. I mean, we're on the precipice of a change, right? We got as I think the term that
Nah,
we're
this
gonna
country's been racist.
I think the term we're gonna hear in the next episode. We're gonna have a special visitor. I think we have on the docket. We'll get to that later. But
We got MTV coming up in the set, bitch.
yes, we love him. He's great. But we'll talk more politics then. I think there's going to be a special guest other than MTV, which, I mean, who could really trump him? No pun intended.
I'm on the fucking show every week. I don't like
Who?
I. He said, "Who could beat that?" I'm like, "Motherfucker, I'm on the show every week." So
I don't even know who I am.
looking right here. I know, like again, Men in Black fucking zapped his ass.
But yeah, we're gonna have some good stuff coming up. We got a few in the hand, so to speak, right? A bird in the bush, two in the hand, jerking off in the woods, something like that. Have you ever smelled?
I'm gonna change the eye in your fucking logo to the Men in Black fucking memory eraser.
You know what? I'm down. I won't remember. But we got some good stuff around the corner. We'll talk more about that. But in the meantime, the election. Do we really want a racist Trump? Which, come on, right? Or do we want Kamala and her fracking ideas that she couldn't do nothing about as VP?
Hi, I'm Tom.
You're not getting out of this discussion.
No, let's fucking put the racists back in the office. Like, this country's already been racist. It's not gonna be that much of a change. He's white, he's old, he's from the South. It's not a stretch.
His skin is.
She's kind of boring. It's also orange. She doesn't deliver any good content. He, on the other hand, provided a fucking reoccurring segment called Racist Things the President Says. And if you watch the earlier seasons, you know that fucking during the pandemic, we had like one a week. And this fucking segment was on once a week. That's how much fucking fodder he gave us. So, I mean, as far as like entertainment value, him.
Plus, how was the economy during that time?
I had more money.
Oh,
I don't care about the economy. I care about my pockets, and they were fatter than they are now.
Well, I'm fatter than I was back then. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't wear a money belt like you do, so like, I don't know. I got a fat wallet. Like, it wasn't as fat as when fucking dickhead was in office last time, but like. I'm just saying, like,
you thought I could remember shit. Then Biden got in the office.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Yeah, I honestly thought he was gonna die in office.
You thought so?
I did.
I thought he was gonna have Commander kill a lot of people.
He fucking went up there looking like Mum Ra before he fucking turns into the buff dude.
And I will turn into Mum Ra.
Like, yeah, like every time we walk up to the fucking pony mall hunched over, he's missing the fucking little red fucking
walking past the door, missing his entry into the White House.
Right, fucking colostomy bag and trail.
And that guy's been in politics since the 50s, man. He should have hung up his hat. He should have hung up his coat.
Looks like he's been in politics since the 1850s.
Since Adams?
But he won't retire because he doesn't want to stay home because he hates his wife.
And he burned down his country home, and his Corvette almost caught fire from that lightning strike and the electricity voltage.
I'm sure he forgave Thomas Edison for that. They were neighbors. They went to high school together.
I thought it was Tesla.
Fucking workers old, he babysat Jesus.
Wow.
Like took his fucking driver's test and the fucking on a dinosaur.
Wilma, Biden's out in the quarry again.
When he started giving roadhead, it was technically still sucking dick on horseback.
Oh man, George Carlin really hit the home run with that one, right? What if you don't give up the head? You don't give up the head, you're not getting a road.
Because you're doing it all wrong.
Carrie Fisher was lovely.
That was fucking awesome. I love that movie.
What was Empire or the Bill and Ted Strike Back?
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Bill and Ted. What did I say Bill and Ted for? Fuck, man. Keep that flash out of me. I go off on tangent. That's what happens when I drink alcohol on the show.
Instead of the fucking, instead of like those memes with Diddy floating in the background, like we fucking just put Will Smith with the fucking thing floating in the background for you.
Shut the fuck up. It's probably true though. I go up on these tangents. My head's spinning a million miles a minute, but the words are coming out different.
Grand Tangerino.
You know, I was watching Get Him to the Greek not too long ago. We're gonna revert back a little bit, and I saw P. Diddy, you know, stroking that carpet on ecstasy, and it got me thinking, you know, did that really happen at one point during one of his parties? Did he really get that high, you know, laced in baby oil with ketamine and having the, you know, ecstasy in his body and just, oh man, feel how soft this is.
According to all the charges and reports and allegations, yes.
And I'm not thinking incorrect. So fuck that flashlight. Come on now.
Right? It's all right. You'll totally forget about this in the next 30 seconds. All right, guys. We are coming up on our time for this episode, but stay tuned. We have a couple more left in season 7, and then we are going to do some pop-ups while we are getting season 8 ready for you.
Yes, sir.
But this is going to be a good time. Like I said, MTV is going to roll through, and we are looking forward to showing you what really went down with that debate and why shit got said like that.
Oh yeah.
So in the meantime, in the off season, go ahead and hit up the YouTube. We've got a lot more episodes on there. I uploaded the archive catalog, so we've got seasons 3 through 7. And again, season 8 will be coming soon. If you're following the YouTube podcast, you can catch us on YouTube podcast now. Figured out what that fucking button was for on our YouTube fucking account, and
fucking awesome.
So now we're linked in there too. You can still catch us on Spotify, Google Play, pretty much any carrier that has podcasts carries your favorite fucking podcast. So thanks for tuning in, and we will fucking be back up in here very, very soon. Surprise, but keep tuning in. Until next week, take a toke. Watch all your worries go up in smoke.